It's Katie Lee, and this is Katie Lee on Z103, the podcast, a replay of today's full show. It's Katie Lee here on Z103, Idaho's #1 hit music channel. I'm not gonna lie, this is a weird time of year. Like, there's not really any good stories to talk about. Everybody's just kind of in a slump a little bit at work, social media. There's like no really good new music. Like, I really have to search for new music anymore. I don't know. This time of year, everybody just starts to die down a little bit, and then, yeah. So, am I the only one that thinks this? Let me know. 208-524-1033. But also at the same time, me, mentally, here at work, I can't. See? Exactly that. I literally can't even. I'm sorry I went there, but I did. Social media is also really bland lately. My For You page on TikTok is so boring. What am I supposed to do? Actually be productive? No, I don't want to. Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco are engaged, and honestly, I'm excited for them. I think they're super cute together. Megan Fox reportedly bought a new house without MGK. Good. I hear she's finally completely done with him, which honestly... good. Reese Witherspoon and Will Ferrell play members of opposing families who are forced to share a double-booked wedding venue in a new movie called You Are Cordially Invited. Let's see. Where'd the other one go that I was looking at? Shawn Mendes may or may not have just acknowledged a love triangle with Camila Cabello and Sabrina Carpenter. This one is the other one. Kylie Kelsey got slammed for admitting that her husband, Jason, doesn't watch their kids. If she leaves the house, she gets someone else to watch them, even if Jason is home. Listen! Let them do their things. Do not come at my girl Kylie. She is the greatest. I love her so much. Leave her alone. She's the best mother in the world as well. All right, that's your 2 o'clock tea on Z103. Do we even have a Grubhub here in East Idaho? Because I don't know. But Grubhub released a report on 2024 delivery trends, and it says that they delivered over 1 ton of cottage cheese to customers this year, mostly because there was a huge cottage cheese trend going on and how it boosts like your protein amount in foods. Honestly, I just like plain cottage cheese with potato chips, so that would have been my reason, but you do you. Z103, it's Katie Lee. It's crazy to me how people that were born, or not really born, but like were kids in the 1950s are still alive today. Especially with a story like this, okay? One of the most dangerous toys of all time, sold at auction for over 13 grand. So if you were alive, were a kid in the 1950s, maybe you remember this. In the 1950s, a guy behind Erector Sets came up with a new science kit for kids called Gilbert U-238 Atomic Energy Lab. And the reason why it's so dangerous is because it came with actual uranium. I can't even say it. Actual uranium. Actual. So it had 4 glass jars, each with a small amount of radioactive material inside. So you could use I don't even know what this is. A gauger? I think it's gauger counter to test the radiation levels. I don't know. I'm in communications. I don't know what these things are. Anyway, so it wasn't as dangerous as you think, as long as you didn't open the jars. But like, let's be honest, they're little kids playing with it. Somebody was bound to break a glass and get exposed to it. But playing with it still exposed you to a certain amount of radiation that you'd basically get from playing in the day of the sun. So, yeah, less than 5,000 sets were sold, so that's good. But at the same time, one just got sold for 13 grand. Glad we don't have these toys anymore because that's dangerous, but also at the same time, whatever happened to like really cool science sets like that? The ones we have now are kind of lame. Sometimes I just come across the weirdest things ever, and of course I have to share it with you. So we're going to get a little personal. They say that if you are constipated, there's a TikTok doctor out there that says mooing like a cow will help, and it activates your vagus nerve and can help get things moving. So, moo like a cow? I don't know. Z103, it's Katie Lee. Go with me on this journey for a second because BuzzFeed quizzes are still one of my favorite things when I'm bored. We have a quiz that says live a typical winter day to see which Christmas aesthetic you are. So we're going to do it. First question is, what time are you waking up? 7 a.m., 8 or 9, 10, whenever I feel like it. It varies. Honestly, it's probably 8 or 9 for me because that's most common for me. What are you doing right after you wake up? Brushing teeth, making breakfast, picking an outfit, scrolling on social media, going on a walk. Where's the option for making coffee and sitting on the couch? I don't see that anywhere. You know what? That's probably like making breakfast. We're going to go with that one. What are your plans for today? Outdoor activities, baking cookies, shopping, building a snowman, decorating for Christmas. What about being lazy? I don't want any of those. Come on. We'll do some outdoor activities with some winter stuff going on. What are you going to eat for lunch? Cheeseburger, pasta, tacos, sushi, tomato soup. Oh, absolutely. Tomato soup and grilled cheese. And then what's next? You take a nap, take a dog on the walk, meet up for some friends, tidying the house, watching your favorite Christmas movie. Yeah, we're watching our Christmas movie. Absolutely. And then for dinner, crispy salad and dessert, chicken and potatoes, pizza, anything I find at a party, Starbucks. We're going with pizza. Because why not? And lastly, when are you going to bed? 8, 9, 10, 11:30, 2 a.m.? Yeah, I usually try to go to bed at 11:30. So I'm all about, ew, what? Rainbow Christmas? You love all the colors and decked out in decor, rainbow ornaments, lights. No. All right, well, that just goes to show that BuzzFeed is wrong. That's disgusting. I'm sorry for anybody that does like the rainbow Christmas decor, but that's just not me. I'm definitely more of like the muted tones, more of the classic vibes, mostly because it's all of the decorations that I used as a kid and my mom was throwing away. So I'm just like, you know what? I'll take those and we'll use those again. What would you use to wrap presents if you didn't have any wrapping paper or gift bags? 208-524-1033 or go comment on Facebook at Z103 Idaho. Let me tell you, I was a professional at this because literally I'd never have wrapping paper at all. Newspapers were used to be common, but then we stopped getting newspaper. And then what else did I use? Oh, I would get like 20 different plastic sacks and just wrap them all up in that and then duct tape that all together so it would like look like it, but it would also be a lot more difficult to open. Entertaining. Zip ties were also one thing. This was basically just me trying to make it impossible to open. Around Facebook, Z103 Idaho, Judith, newspaper, but it was more fun when I used the comics. I miss Sunday comics. Man, we don't get the newspaper anymore. Nicole says, my boyfriend is a lineman. My boyfriend is a lineman and doesn't like wrapping paper, and he wrapped my birthday presents in electrical tape. Classic lineman right there. Vanita says fabric. Okay. Are you taking the fabric back once they open the gift, though? Just a curious one right there. There was another one. Where'd it go? Bridget, same things they used before wrapping paper and gift bags. Okay, what is that? That was before my time. Sorry. Somebody else said tinfoil at one point, but I don't see that comment anymore. Usually, if it's somebody in my family, I'll just throw a blanket over it and then take the blanket back. So, the I want to know question of the day, what would you use to wrap presents if you didn't have any wrapping paper or gift bags? 208-524-1033 or on Facebook at Z103 Idaho. Daily coffee drinkers, you might want to be prepared because the prices of coffee might go up a little bit this year because there was some bad weather that hit Brazil and Vietnam. So your most popular coffee beans are not going to be quite as available. So prices are going to increase. So be ready for it. All right, my friends, we're talking about the comparison trap today. You know, that moment when you are scrolling through Instagram and you see somebody's perfect vacation, perfect family, perfect life, and you just feel like, I don't know, maybe your Friday night pizza party by yourself isn't quite cutting it. But here's the thing, is that we all need to remember this when we're looking at everybody's highlights or their stories on Instagram. No one is ever posting their bad days. Maybe their burnt lasagna fails or something. They never show the messy behind scenes. So before you start comparing your life to somebody else's on social media, make sure that you are focusing on the things that you have accomplished in your day. I don't know, maybe you absolutely demolished that to-do list. You did every single thing on that to-do list. Your making it to Friday without completely losing all sense of sanity. That one is a tough job, let me tell you. Just remember that social media is fake. So don't be comparing everything that you've got going on in your life to somebody else on social media, because they don't always share what is going on behind the scenes. They could be struggling just as much as you. Okay? So don't be comparing. Okay? We're all hiding behind something, but we've all got stuff going on. Now, go rock your pizza party. Don't even need to share. I won't even ask, because it's your pizza. Z103, it's Katie Lee. All right, so if you haven't seen the new movie Wicked yet, you gotta go see it. I literally cannot wait to go and see it again, or for it to come out on Disney Plus, because I loved the movie. I compare it to being just as good as The Greatest Showman. Like the music and the dancing and the choreography and everything, it's just that good. It was fantastic. And guess what? For everybody that was having issues being like, listen, you can't sing in the theater, don't sing along with the movie. For the original Wicked fans that already knew all of the songs going into the movie, that was me. And I really wanted to sing along, but I couldn't. But guess what? Our time is about to shine, because the sing-along screenings are going to begin Christmas Day. Guess who's going to be in that theater blasting her lungs out to the music? That would be me. I've been listening to the soundtrack over and over and over and over again. Except for Popular. It's a good song, but that one gets stuck in my head so easy. It drives me absolutely insane. Other than that, yeah. So, while you're sitting there enjoying the movie right now, who's going to come with me and absolutely sing our hearts out to the entire Wicked movie Christmas? Well, probably after Christmas Day, but you get what I'm saying. Buyer's remorse is totally a thing, and that's okay. But this guy may or may not have taken it a little too far. Take that back, may not, because he definitely did. His name is Michael Murray, 35 years old. He bought a used Subaru Outback in Sandy, Utah. Bought it for $4,000, but then he claimed it was a lemon. So lemon law in Idaho, if you don't know what that is real quick, basically it is a law that protects consumers who buy or lease a vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty. It protects against vehicle nonconformities, which, are defects. So with that, the dealership wouldn't refund him, or so he says that they wouldn't, so he pulled the ultimate, quote, lemon law move, and he drove the car straight through the front door. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. It was a pretty dramatic scene, though. Cost $10,000 worth of damage later, and he told the news that he probably shouldn't have done that. Duh. And then the dealership later then says that they offered him a refund, so nobody knows exactly why he decided to do the smash job. So obviously now he's in trouble for felony criminal mischief. Moral of the story, life gives you lemons, don't crash them into buildings. Z103, it's Katie Lee, and I'm out of here for the day, my friends. Hope you have a fabulous rest of your evening. Y'all stay safe, stay legit, be awesome, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Bye. Thanks for listening to Katie Lee on Z103, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Katie Lee on Z103 is hosted by Katie Lee and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.